Well, hello there, and welcome back to my channel. Ooh, cringe. Okay, so this is what I'm doing apparently. Apparently this is what I'm doing now. I am making makeup videos. Alright, so I'm gonna do a makeup look. Cute, you know, cuter than usual. So I'll start by hydrating my face. It's a Glow recipe. It's a little soft mist. And then I would do like a serum. A few pumps of that. Just douse it on the skin. Make sure she's nice and plump. Let that settle in. And then go in with a moisturizer. I usually like to use creams. This is by First Aid Beauty. Super nice and creamy. Get in there, feel my skin, and for it to feel like plump and delicious. If I want more hydration, if I'm going for like that glow, I'll get a little bit of this. I won't put it everywhere. I especially will try not to put it in my T-zone, but I can put it in the perimeter of my face, here, where the laugh lines are at, where I specifically have like discoloration. I'm like all different shades everywhere. And I have two little friends visiting me for the week. Hopefully they don't overstay their welcome, but it's fine. My skin is hydrated, it's plump, feels nice, clean. And now we can go with the eyes first, you know, just because it's easier that way for me. I use mainly Morphe brushes, so I like this really like round, like fluffy, thick. And I'll go in with like a neutral or transition shade. This is the palette by Morphe in collaboration with Jaclyn Hill, and they have like an orangey color, and I like going in with that color first. So I'll just go straight into it, especially if it's one of those natural. I am by no means a professional. This is just what I do and how I do it. And it comes together. So I'm getting some contacts in the mail and they're like bright icy blue. What would go with that? I'll just go for neutral brown. You just can't go wrong with a neutral brown. So I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. So I'll start blending that into the crease. I also like to bring it here. Alright, now we're going to use a brush like this. My color like rustic, it's a little bit darker brown. And drag it into the crease. So I have hooded eyes, means that the little fat on my eyelid just likes to drip down a little bit more. So you can still see my crease, right? Not fully Asian. This one's a little bit harsher, so we're just gonna blend that one out like this. But like a natural concealer, nothing too drastic, nothing too intense. It's NARS. We're gonna go into that, tap it in on a flat synthetic brush. You want to set that concealer, because if not, that concealer will crease. That's messy. We're gonna go back with that other brush that we used for the lighter orange colors. I'm just gonna run over it. Alright then. That's as good as it's gonna get. Now I'm gonna get one of these little brushes. Just get the little spoolie. With the dark brown colors that are in this palette, I'm gonna move the wing up and out. So it's more like a triangle. Ah, it's a nice little baby wing. Same thing, pack it in. The good thing about using shadows is that if you mess up, it's like not that big of a deal. It's cause that hard. Es que este sí está hard. It is what it is. They're different. They're related, but they're like second cousins. Alright. I like to use Total Temptation mascara by Maybelline, and it is waterproof. Oh, look, she's cute with her little lashes. Do a lash glue. So I just apply it with a little brush. I'm not an expert in putting lashes by any means. Okay, and then we're just gonna stick it on there. What I like to do, I get some loose setting powder. This one's the one by Fenty. Do you guys call it honey? Yeah, it's called honey. And again, because she's a little bit discolored, and then I'm gonna just tap off the excess on my hand. What I like to do is, when I put it in my laugh lines, like it legitimately gives me less creasing. I get translucent powder. I use the Hourglass translucent powder. That's gonna help for like fine lines. It's also gonna help for oiliness, a lot of oil control, which we want, especially if we're oily in the T-zone. So I just tap it in like that, like so, and boom. Okay, so I have a lot of different foundations. This Hourglass one that I just got, I think it's kind of like orangey. The Vanish, see this foundation. This one's like full coverage. Hun, she could take care of your problems. I like to dab my foundation on my face. As you can tell, it's very yellowy because I have like that yellow skin tone. It's gonna kind of help with my discoloration. So now I'm gonna tap the foundation in. So I try not to put some of this light foundation on my chin area because it can have that like little tendency to look gray, and we don't really want that. I do like to bring it down into my neck. We don't want to be stoops, like, you know, about it. Like, you know, it's have some decency. Let's just, you know, blend that in. Ooh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's salvageable. It's salvageable. She's a little yellow, very full coverage. So I try to even it out. Obviously, by the time you get to this side, it has a lot more products that you carried from all this, so I take that into consideration, and I try to just go back and even out the other side. But it's, you see, it just diffuses really naturally. It even gives you like a little glow because it's creamy. Okay, so then I get a lighter shade. This is in Ginger. It's yellowy. It's not as pinky as the one we put underneath to color correct. This one, I won't put it super close to the eye.
And I would tap it in there, tap that in.
And blend it out. This gives the nose a really nice little highlight. Gives it some structure. Nice, we like that. I'm gonna blend. I'm gonna start from the bottom and diffuse. As you can tell, I'm also bringing it upward. It's gonna give that lifting appearance. So we got that done. It's not perfect, guys. It's not. It is nowhere near it. You can tell that she's wearing makeup. So it's a natural look. Now we have to set it. So setting is a girl's best friend. You don't have to set heavily. Cool. So we're just gonna do that for a bit. this chin area we haven't done much about. I'm gonna put a generous amount there. It's a lot darker than ginger. It's yellowy. It's really nice for this area. So now I'm gonna use this one, and this does a really nice job of highlighting, as you can see. I'm gonna get a brush like this. This same one. Get the darker shade, and you could use this to set your contour. I use the peach palette. There's my blush, and I mix these two shades. So I'm going to use a light brown orangey shade, and I'm going to go underneath the lash lines and then diffuse it just on the bottom in the lashes. It just really opens up your eye in the subtlest of ways. So I like to grab like a nude shade. This is from Makeup Forever. This really does bring the look together. Like, it gives you that open eye effect. Brows, man, nothing just ties in a look like brows do. Brush them up. Usually I like to set them before. So what I like about this is because there's no product, I can move the brow however I want, wherever I want, and set it the way that I want. We're going for that natural look, so we're gonna make a bushy brow. It gives that I tried but not too hard model off duty look. So I like to use Precisely My Brow again by Benefit. This is in the color Full. And then just do hair-like strokes in the places where you think your brow's a little bit more sparse. We don't want to really shade it in because we already set the brows the way we wanted them to. One thing I like to do, I have little tiny little short itty brows, so I like to elongate my brows. So I'll bring the brow up and out. Cool, this one's like this and this one's like this. This one we're nearing the end. I'm gonna brush them up like this. That diffuses them. It helps to start in the front so you get more product away and out from there. So that is basically it, you guys. If I want more of a contoured effect feel, you can go back into any one of those brown shades. Like right now I've just picked into this shampoo, the burnt orange, that one. And I tapped it into a brush like this. And I'm gonna gently, in like swirly motion, start here, because that's where you can afford to put the most product. You can afford to put Productos theirs. And finish it up with a gloss. This is Natasha Denona. It smells like literally a gum. I get that spray again because it's such a fine mist that just melts everything together, and it smells like watermelon. It smells so freaking good. Last thing, I'm gonna put on my little contacts that I received. We're gonna see how it looks. Alright, so I came back. My hair, I touched it up a little bit. I put on the contacts. I really like them. They're like a blue-green, very feathery brows, you know, cute little buns. If I could help in any way by sharing what I do, I hope it helps anyone. have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to help. Any information I can share and impart with you, I will. So, if you guys liked it, till next time. Bye guys.